Hey everybody, welcome to my guide for the Prot paladin, and this is going to be a guide regarding rotation. To start off with, what you want to be doing is you want to make sure you are using Crusader Strike or Hammer of the Righteous, Judgment, and Avenger Shield when you have this ability, which is called Grand Crusader. When you have Grand Crusader proc, you want to make sure you're using your Avenger Shield on cooldown to make sure you're generating your Holy Power. This is mainly, when it comes to rotation for Paladins, it's pretty much similar for single target and AoE. You have your main Holy Power generating abilities. You have, obviously, as I just said, Crusader Strike, Hammer of the Righteous, Judgment, and Avenger Shield with Grand Crusader up. And then you have your Consecrate. I don't have Holy Wrath showing here. You have Holy Wrath. Let me just find it quickly for you. Here, Holy Wrath. And then you have your other cooldowns, like you have... I use Light's Hammer. That's to heal the raid, and that's also another filler ability. And then you have Hammer of Wrath if the target's below 20% health. You have your cooldowns. You have Avenging Wrath. Like Devotion Aura for cooldowns. So basically, you just want to use Consecrate. If you don't have if your Holy Power generator is on cooldown, you don't have Grand Crusader up, you will want to use Avenger Shield on cooldown anyway because it does a lot of damage. And then you'll want to be using Shield of the Righteous to generate your Mastery, which decreases when you have it, depending on how much your Mastery is. For me, I am about 50%. Yeah, you see 50% when I have my Mastery buff up. You want to be using that to decrease the damage that you take all the time. And you want to always make sure that you're going to have Sacred Shield up. So here we go, I can show you something quickly. So basically, I'll start when I pull, I will usually pop, if I'm tanking first, I'll pop Wings, I'll pop Avenging Wrath, and I'll just spam. Usually, instead of using Crusader Strike, I mainly just use Hammer of the Righteous, because at the bottom you can see it says Weakened Blows. Demoralizes the target, reducing their physical damage dealt by 10%, and this needs to be on the boss at all times. Other than that, I never use Crusader Strike as it is, unless I'm on a boss where someone gets mind controlled, like Vizier Zorlok. You don't want to use Hammer of the Righteous because you'll be debuffing your raid, so you don't want to be using that then. And that's the only time I use Crusader Strike. I could pretty much just take it off my bar and there'd be no harm done. I use it as a single target as well. So that's why when I say AoE rotation and single target rotation are pretty much the same. So yeah, here I go. Just quickly show you my rotation. You basically just do Hammer of the Righteous, you do Judgment, you do Shield, Avenger Shield, and this hits 3 targets. Or unless you have a glyph, then it hits 1. And then Consecrate. Okay, I'll do Holy Wrath here. That's Holy Wrath. And that's basically your rotation. And if you need healing or whatever, and you have quite a high Judgment stack, I don't really use Light's Hammer unless I have Vengeance stack. Then I'll use Light's Hammer. But that's pretty much it for the rotation. It's pretty simple. It's just I'll say it again quickly to summarize. You want to always keep up Sacred Shield. So here you go. I'll keep up Sacred Shield. You want to spam Hammer of the Righteous and Judgment when they're off cooldown, and then everything else is filler unless you have Grand Crusader, which is then you use Avenger Shield, Consecrate, or Holy Wrath, and obviously Hammer of Wrath if you need to, and the bosses below 20% health. So yeah, that's it for my guide for the rotation. Cheers guys, take care now.